Oh, we're still in time for picks and pans, which is perfect. Perfect. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Today we have Meraki versus 9shapes. And the first ban is gonna be by 9shapes. They are gonna get rid of Mirage. There you go. Next ban is by Meraki. Got a couple of seconds here. Deciding to get rid of Anubis. And Inferno. Now two bans from nine shades. Shapes. Unless I'm mistaken here. We still got Ancient, Overpass, Nuke, and Dust 2 in the map pool. And Dust 2 is the first one to go. 9shapes still have a ban left. Remove Overpass, which leaves Meraki with the last choice between Ancient and Nuke. Two very good maps for the team. We've seen them play multiple times on Ancient, multiple times on Nuke, and I mean, they're confident in both, and it seems like Nuke is the way to go, as decider is gonna be Nuke.
Yeah, the boys are definitely warm on that map. We're not missing a lot of nuke action in the ESK League so far. That's it's been a couple of games, even more with Meraki on nuke now, and well, if they're confident on the map, which we know that they are, it could be a very decent pick for them here. Confident map, a map they can feel they can play both sides. I think it's gonna be an exciting match.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen what they can do in Nuke, and let me just give a little look-see-loo on the 9shape side. In terms of elo, once again, as everyone in the intermediate, above 2500, below 3000 somewhere. So the average still kind of same on both sides. There are currently 6 wins, 5 losses. Let's just go a couple of these games here, see if they prefer Nuke as well.
So technically, based on the stats here, Meraki should be the better team. Based on the wins and the losses here.
Considering, I just looked through the 9shapes past matches, and considering their wins and losses, it's an interesting choice to leave Nuke in the game. They've played Nuke twice and they've lost both times.
Now,
So,
I'm not sure if you had this on, but I have the Faceit like enhancer plugin. And when they were banning, I saw that actually in the last 20 games or so, 9shapes had played more nuke than the 5 of Meraki players. So I don't know if they are confident on this map in maybe 5-man pugs, and it's just not worked out so far in this season. But it will be interesting to see how good 9shapes are on nuke exactly. Opting to float the map, they must have some sort of. It must be in their pool, you know.
yeah, definitely. So that's a plugin I should get. It's a very nice thing to show. So they have been at least practicing it, and it seems like they're comfortable bugging on it at the very least. So it's not going to be a complete stomp, but we'll see how they fare in Team CS.
Let's see here. Actually, I have some advanced stats here. Let's see. Okay, so I can't actually see for the substitute, which is the 5th player, but all of these boys, except for Gosi, have an average of over 1 KD on nuke. And they all average around between 75 and 80 ADR, all of them across 20 games, I assume.
See.
So this will be interesting.
There we go. Get the overlay started as well.
Yep, and as always, we have the squad of Meraki. We got Bobso, Cladder, Regon, Dagfors, the Op Wunderkind, and the brains behind the entire operation, Will, who was the coach for Meraki turned player when our beloved Bimme sadly couldn't continue the season.
Alright, let's switch over to the gassing so you guys can see what's going on in warm-up as well.
I gotta say though, like completely out of like it doesn't have anything to do with anything we've said so far, but 9shapes, very clean branding. I really love their branding. It makes me think of, for some reason, it makes me think of sushi. I don't know.
That is
Gives me like a gives me like Chinese vibes. I don't know, but yeah, no, I think their branding is really clean. I don't know if you've looked at their Faceit profile, but you see their banner. I really like the font and like the color scheme and everything is really cool. So I wonder if this is like an organization or kind of like Meraki, which is more like a kind of a like a project started in the back of a shed.
That is a good question, yeah.
But very clean branding from both teams. Meraki also having some very clean branding, courtesy of myself. Will be an interesting. I think we do have a little bit of a in and out with the slow motion on the stream. Unfortunately, let's hope it doesn't become a problem.
Oh, I've been booted
it's
up.
just kind of
Okay.
It's going in and out. Oh, and you're out. Yeah, probably for the best.
All right,
Go
let's get back in.
a little quick restart there, hopefully, and the slow motion won't give us too much trouble during the stream. Now, I have a question for you, my beloved broadcaster.
Yes. Shoot away.
Never mind. I have no questions.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, bro. I was gonna ask you if you could pull up the stream, but then I saw you already had it, so no questions, you're on. No questions at all. Right. Should we, do we have any viewers in chat? Should we maybe do a prediction? What do we think?
Yeah, we can launch a prediction.
Launch a prediction. Let's do a fun one. Like win lost. Like maybe like let's do maybe like do they take it? Does it go like double digits or something like that? Because like win loss, everyone's gonna go Meraki because we have a lot of Meraki fans in chat. Surely we do.
9shapes get more or no, it's not. We'll get will 9shapes reach 10 rounds?
Yeah, that's a good one.
No. Minutes, there we go. The mission going, you can gamble your points, maybe win, maybe lose. Prediction is if 9shapes will get 10 rounds on the board. Seems like everyone have connected. We're getting
Now,
into the
in the
knife round.
games you checked earlier, on Nuke, were they close?
The games were close.
So they're able to put up a fight. Good information for the viewers.
Once again, we're gonna keep our eye on Tactors. Beautiful M9 with those gloves combination. And Meraki once again creating the wall of death here in Nuke outside Garage.
Yeah, we've seen this. We're familiar with the strategy. Did not really work last time, but maybe, just maybe this time, we'll see it work.
Seems like this time around the T's are more confused. They're not creating a lineup of themselves.
Probably smart on the terrorists' behalf here. The last game they sort of set up like an offensive formation back at them, which was kind of interesting to see. But these guys, they seem to be kind of just trying to bait them out here.
I like the
Get
bait
anything at all from
attempts.
these boys.
Turning their backs, jumping.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever stopped to think about what the hell do you do in this situation? Like, what would you do?
Honestly, I'd just take the 50-50, group up with a line as well, and just advance.
Yeah, but like, are you like say this happened in a facing game? Like, are you confident that you can get your team to coordinate a
Oh,
timed
oh,
attack?
if I'm with randoms, no, never. Not in a million chance. I'd just
I'm
say
not
we
even sure I
lost
could
life
do that
round.
in a five stack. Like, coordinate. Everyone goes at like 3, and then like Discord delay is a factor, and like you just yeah. This is a tough one, but yeah, they've spent the better part of the entire night from thinking about how to go about it, and it seems like Meraki just got sick of waiting and can't really say a lot about the win rate on that knife round. I gotta say,
It
yeah,
seemed to be working
Meraki.
before, but the later we get into
Yeah.
intermediate, the less it's working.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, it is a cool strategy, but in practice, it hasn't really done them any good so far, from what I've seen. But it will be Meraki starting on T side, same as the last game, and then 9shapes will be starting on the CT side. We're not seeing the same pistol run as last time. Now only Will with the utility here, a flash nade and a smoke. It's gonna be interesting to see what Meraki pull out here. Maybe anticipating that 9shapes might have checked the demo, not running the same strat, probably smart on their half. We see, I think, 3 Meraki players just crouch walking into ramp. And there is the signal to go. Accelerate to the ramp, but Gozi shuts down 2, 3! And Bob still trades back Gozi, but that leaves Will in a 1v4. Will takes down the first on CT vent. Now he's got a little bit of space to play here. The bomb, of course, is stuck in the ramp position, so Will is going to have to try to make his way over there. About a 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. He's got plenty of time to play with here. And the CTs currently have no idea where he is.
I like how passive the CTs are playing it.
Yeah.
All of them just took their positions, no one's moving, forcing Will to make the confrontational move.
Yeah. I mean, they must have the positions where they're confident that they have everything covered. Especially when it comes to the bomb here. They know they have bomb.
Nice stink onto Michael to start with. But DNR does take him down. And 9shapes take pistol round.
Gozi coming out with the 3 kills on the ramp there before going down. Huge for 9shapes there.
Also, should 9shapes look this back? I'm sorry. Micah there. I called him Michael.
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 I'm just gonna call him Mika.
Mika, that's good. Outside
like
smokes
that's how
for
you would
Meraki.
pronounce it.
And a deck 9 full force to this one. As
Yeah, no
ladder.
one left on the side of Meraki here. They're just yeah, running it down. Good area here.
Putting out one in vents, the Acris goes down to him. Also putting out one in ramp as well. Goal takes down Cozy, but they're being surrounded by those MP9s. Also getting the second, but going down as well. Leaving it all on the ladder with that P250. And I mean, TNR is low. And Mika has a scout. The real threat is Benito with that famous.
The question here is, can Cladder find any sort of weapons here? I'm not entirely sure where the CTs died. He does pick up the Tech 9. There should be some rifles laying around, rifles or SMGs. See if he finds anything to play with at all here. Again, just an a sense of calm on the CT side, not really hesitating or like rushing to get this kill here. They're just confident that they're going to be able to close this out when Clatter makes this move. Double
Ooh.
molly on this. Oh,
And goes DNR.
yeah.
22 seconds left. And these are just baiting.
They're playing very calm here. Yeah. And Benito takes down Clatter. A valiant attempt by Clatter for sure. But now the money situation is bad for Meraki. They're gonna have to save this round and most likely give 9shapes a third round.
Yeah, unfortunately no bomb plant. So even if they did economical damage last round, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, because they did some economical damage, but now again they're buying another set of SMGs that's just gonna get them more money in the long run. So
Unless Regon says otherwise. Tag onto Micah. But so far gunfights favoring 9shapes. This Regon gets taken down by a flying nade.
I felt like that.
Ooh no, Clatter whiffing a bit there.
It's all down to Bob. He gets one. Can't quite get the second, but... And Meraki forfeit that round with 1 kill.
The boys are looking a bit jittery.
They are looking a bit jittery here. Let's hope they can shake it off and that we can get some good calls out of Will here to get Meraki onto the board and competitive in this match.
Well, plenty of fuel to play with. Let's see what Meraki decide to bring into this round. Outside smokes, Regon there will lurk. As rest of the T's hold for any main pushes. Just a bit late from Clatter on that spam.
Meanwhile, all this is happening. We have Regon and Will making progress outside. Looking maybe to get down secret, undetected here. They do have a player down on B. They're doing a jump spot from dark, it looks like. he do be jumping. But not too concerned about this B lurk are the CTs for 9shapes. More concerned about the 3 players making a lot of noise on the other side of the map. Now, the jig is up. Meraki have been detected down at B, and the CTs rotate accordingly. And looks like they're just gonna want to freeze here. Meraki.
Clatter holding for the push does not get the kill into Michael. Mika, sorry. Rise with 11
You
HP.
just call him Michael from now on. I know you're gonna keep fucking it up for the rest of the game, so just call him. Just own him.
Just
Just
refragging.
Don't own him. Don't own him. Just own it. Call him Michael. There we go. And
Just-
Regon 1v4 gets the first, but gets taken down by Benito, and that is the 4th for 9shapes there. And yeah, Meraki does not look like they have anything to go off of here yet.
Yeah,
And money, again, the money is not, it's not great. And now comes the question, do you buy into this? Because you certainly could, or do you want one more round to buffer your economy to try and make a few rounds in a row? Is that question that probably simmers in the mind of the Meraki players at this moment.
it seems like the buffer is gonna be the answer. I pick up some deagles. A little bit of armor. Oh! Yep, deagles. A little bit of armor. And that's about it.
Let's see if they have a specific call to go with this buy.
One smoke to play with.
1 smoke and 4 outside. They have 1 lobby lurk. CTs are not just giving them outside, not playing aggressive for it, not contesting it. You know Meraki is there. Meraki are just trying to force the fights here, look for anything at all to get them into this round, but it seems like it's just rebounding, not hitting at all. Which leaves Clatter and Bob now in a 2v4. Bob has a flank here though, but does he know? Bob takes down Mika there. But as that's happening, fortunately, his teammate goes down. Bob with the AK here, but just can't connect the shots. Giving 9shapes their 5th round, and it is now starting to look kind of desperate for Meraki. They're gonna need to, you know, show something here if we are to believe that they can make it back into this game, make it competitive in any way.
Yeah, this sort of a game we haven't really seen from Meraki before. If there's been a loss, it's been a more of a strategic side of a loss where the strats are not working out. But right now, Meraki has been perfectly holding for any pushes, but just the shots are not connecting. This time around, passed onto a Ladder, does take down one before going down himself. And I mean, look at the CTs, they've all pushed into lobby.
Playing
Daggers
very
finds
aggressive
one.
here. Oof. And the grenade damage there on Dagfors and Bob is huge. Will takes down one before getting traded back by Benito. Benito just hanging back into the ramp area, gets one, gets Dagfors here. He has to reload.
Regon was able to pick up the bomb.
In the door area. It's 2v2 now, but Bob is kind of separated. He does find Mika though. Benito just coming up the ladder here. Trying to look to deny the plan. Can't find the player, and down goes he to Bob. And that is the first from Meraki. Kind of a chaotic round there, but they close it out in the end. And yeah, as you said, look at the CTs there. They're just playing forward, but at least they're doing it together. It feels like they're very coherent. They're very consequent in what they do, and they do it together. And I think that is the biggest problem Meraki is facing right now, is that they're playing so well together here and doing everything as a team. It makes it very hard to counter, especially when they decide that, you know, you're not going to have lobby control anymore. Like, we're just going to take it from you.
Yeah. Oh, and Mika starting off with a wallbang onto Bill. Regon tries refragging, almost loses his life himself.
Yeah, Regon having a very tough fight there. Not really what you want to see.
He seems to be aware of the right side garage player as well as the rest of Meraki inch towards ramp here. Perfectly timed smoke, not good enough. Dagfors takes the first. Cozy answering back with 2. Bob's once again left in a 1v4.
Yeah, this is probably the moment I would probably take a timeout here with Meraki. Something's obviously not going too well here. I mean, it's just unlucky there. Like, Dagfors comes out, he gets the first, but then Clatter whiffs on the guy. Then Dagfors wants to refrag Clatter, obviously, but misses the op shot, and he jumps into his teammate and blocks himself, and then he gets killed. Like, there's just... Yeah, it just looks kind of like a little bit chaotic here. Like, they don't know what to do.
It almost feels like a little bit of lack of confidence, which is leading to these kind of like, should I peek, shouldn't I peek, going back and forth, which completely like ruins team play.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was Meraki, I would want to take a timeout, you know, around now, sooner than later. Just maybe they need a break here, because the CT side of 9shapes, they have built up quite a bit of momentum. It's not a healthy
nice
situation.
refrag from Dagfors.
Dagfors is excellent at finding those kills over the smokes.
This time around, the CTs are not rotating down B as fast as previous ones. Almost as if they could tell Meraki weren't gonna commit onto P. Okay, slip back up A.
Just seems like 9shapes' reads here have been pretty good, and I'm guessing that is due to good communication from the B player.
Nice find from Popso though. Opens up the A side a little bit as the rest of the CTs are having...
No, they do not. That is unfortunate. There's just a CT sitting there, and now Bobso on 19 health here against Gauzy on 100 health. He's gonna have to play this very carefully to win this round. He's at a huge disadvantage here with the health. It looks like Gauzy's gonna come through the vent here. And, oh, just cannot connect that shot, unfortunately, and that means that 9shapes get their 7th round here on Nuke.
I mean, Nuke is a little bit CT-sided, but 7-1 is a bit rough. And he even gets the save for the economy. Wow.
Yeah, 9shapes are chilling with the economy here. I mean, obviously they're gonna buy now and not have that much, but, you know, yeah. I'm not sure quite what to say here. Like what you said, maybe this is like a lack of confidence. It looks like maybe Meraki have taken a timeout now. The clock is at least sitting
So this is a technical
0-0-0.
timeout. When it doesn't show a timeout being taken, it's a technical one. And I mean, honestly, with the way things have been going, I wouldn't be surprised if at the start of the round Meraki has some technical problems, and that, you know, it always affects the mental. We've seen them before bounce back from these like desperate situations. So
Yeah,
a good timeout, refresh the mind.
I'm in no way counting Meraki out of this one just yet. I think at the T side here, down this much, you need to focus on the small things. You need to go round by round. You need to just focus. Let's get this round. Let's get the next round, you know? And you're going to want to get maybe like 4 rounds out of them. 3 maybe. 3 or 4 rounds. That can really like set you up. If you win the pistol round on CT, then you're instantly back into the game. And I think that's exactly what Meraki need here. I also think whether the technical pause is Meraki's or water spilled, water everywhere. There's water all over my seat. Aha, I see.
All right.
I see.
Bit of a in real life technical difficulty.
A bit of a water situation, but you know, a timeout is a timeout. This will hopefully maybe reset Meraki a little bit and stop the momentum of 9shapes. Maybe they have more time to think now and do things properly. I feel like things are a bit rushed. But let's see now. The technical timeout is over. 10 seconds left of the freeze time. And let's see if Meraki can do anything at all here to get their 2nd round.
Also, while we're in the starting round, welcome Ludo, welcome. #1 fan of Meraki. Here for every game. The bomb has been dropped in T-spawn. Seems like Bobso is gonna go back to...
as Bob is running back to get it. So not intentional. Just a Clatter here sitting passively towards the ramp. It seems like Meraki are opting this round. Just play slow, not take any unnecessary risks, and try to maybe poke a hole in this 9shapes defense.
Oh, there's a CT very advanced in Seekers here. Gets overlooked by Regon. Now the ramp
and Meraki accelerate because of it, taking ramp control now. But they have nowhere to go. There's a player in wardrobe and one down ramp just waiting for them to commit to B here.
Smokes are so good from the CT
Flash
side.
comes out. But he walks through on timing. He takes down one, but gets traded out quickly by Will. And they should have the B site here. Smoke comes down on double doors and single doors as Will looks to take control of back site.
Bob, so the bomb is in your hands. Goes into advanced location. Now the bomb has been lost, and it doesn't matter if Benito and DNR finishing it. 8-1.
Yeah. I mean, this does not look good for Meraki. Fumbling the bomb in the start of the round. And I don't know if it was intentional for Bob to go into control room there alone with the bomb, but it It looks to me like Meraki might not be fully focused this game.
Let's see if the change of pace can wake them up. Deck 9s, Mac 10s, trying to go out A. Benito takes first. Recon, read frags. And a second of the Benito, there is still TNR on this A bomb site though. And we'll left in a 1v3.
And it just looks to me like whatever Meraki decide to do, 9shapes is just there. It is a fast A round there, and they opt to go through the hut. And when the three first players are in hut, a nade and a molly comes in to the hut, and it seems like whatever Meraki do, they're just stopped by 9shapes. It seems like 9shapes have a very good idea of what Meraki tries to do in these rounds, and they're just counterplaying it perfectly. It's kind of a difficult situation for Meraki here.
Boost for the actors, does spot out one in garage. Seems like a ramp aggression from the CT side, but also finds out cozy.
That is a good first pick. Let's hope now Meraki can use this pick to their advantage. It seems like the CT is going to be pushing up, taking more control of a trophy, potentially picking up the AWP. And he did. Mika now in possession of the AWP that was killed on ramp. As Meraki edged out of door here. They get picked up by the main player. The main player goes down, but at the same time Mika gets a kill in Benito. Kills Regon in main. Now it's just Clatter with 1v2. Both players on the A side here, and Mika comes up close and personal with the AWP and just takes him out of the equation completely, and that is a 10th for 9shapes. Meraki only one round to their name in this game. They're gonna need a miracle here if they want to pull this one back and secure the win.
Yeah, at the very least you'd like to see 2 rounds on this this D side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, you probably you want to see it get competitive, you know. But I'm not sure if a perfect CT half can even save them here. In Counter-Strike, you need to be able to play both sides. And when the CTs they stop them from playing one side, it's a very hard game to play.
Out A once again.
Out A here again. Taking down 2. Dagfer is getting his as well. It's now a 2v2, but again, the trades are there, but now we have Dagfer's in a 1v2 situation. Bomb is dropped on the site. Smoke goes down onto heaven. Misses the smoke. And the CT is just waiting patiently for that bomb plant. Not quite buying the stick here. Dagfors gets one, finds the second through the crack, and Dagfors, out of nowhere, the hero of the fucking 12th round here, as Meraki get 2 on the board for the CT side.
And a glimmer of hope has been restored in the way of Dagfors.
Can breathe some life into this Meraki lineup that has looked sleepy. That's all I can say. They look unfocused. They looked unfocused all games, but Dagfors sharpened that clutch. Very nice shots by Dagfors. But again, as I was trying to say, the trades they always go either way. But at the end, it's always Meraki losing out on that man advantage. Let's see here in the pistol round, we've got 2 dualies here. Clatter walking in a little bit aggressive here. The main push comes in and Clatter goes down in the hut. And Will comes from the flank along with Dagfors. They get 1, but lose 1 in the process. Now it's a 2v3. And Bob looks to be rotating to the main area here, but gets taken down by Benito. And now it's just Dagfors here. The Wonder Kid on the dualies. Question is, can he get anything? And no, he cannot. Grizzies takes down Dagfors, and 9shapes take their 11th round. So far, a very convincing nuke game from 9shapes.
Yeah, you can tell they're comfortable and feeling it. They're taking the aim fights. They're winning the aim fights.
Absolutely. And yeah, it seems to be the same thing every round that, you know, Meraki try their best to trade back the frags, but in the end, it's always 9shapes who has one player more in these situations, and they're able to just use their man advantage perfectly, and it's making life very difficult for Meraki. We have Regon here going down fast, gonna try to actually get the secret before the terrorists, but the terrorists, they're already down secret. But do they know? Seems like they know. Regon stepped back a little bit. They hear them now. Certainly, they're gonna go for the play here. It's actually a meat grinder in the secret area, double doors, and it's just the
Also,
choke
it's
point with
4.
Bob and Recon in the choke point, just stopping 9shapes in their tracks. 9shapes thinking they could get an easy round here, but maybe letting their guard down now is not the smartest idea.
And it is a bit late, but it is a start. At the very least, the third round on the board for Meraki. And 9shapes are forcing into this.
We can also see the stats. We have Bobso top fragging, and not that that's in any way bad, but you know, he is not the star rifler. So where is the opper? Where is the star rifler in these games? It just seems like Meraki may be having an off day here.
He has gone his way into secret, and the rest are grouping up for this ramp up, where Bobso, the top fragger of the team currently, resides.
See if Bob can get maybe one and drop down and try to delay this push for while the rotations come in. That is the textbook way to play this scenario. He doesn't get anyone.
And actually lingers around and goes down the closing.
Sticks around, yeah. Unfortunately, probably should have went into B side there and played with Will instead of walking back up the ramp, but an unfortunate turn of it. And Cladder goes down to TNR, just poking his head up the ladder, and he gets punished for it. Now the bomb plant's coming in on A side. We have Regon in the vents and Will coming behind Heaven. But this round seems all but lost for Meraki. And well, Regon tries to find the timing, but he just gets shut down by TNR. And yeah, I think there is just one team that is online on the server right now, and that is unfortunately 9shapes. TNR top fragging the game with 17 kills.
Yeah. 2 decisive deagle shots in the last round as well.
Meraki unfortunately look like a shell of themselves. I was just pointing out the last game they played that everyone was fragging around the same, which is nice. Everyone is pulling their weight, but right now there's a lot on Bob's shoulders in terms of fragging.
Accuracy with that scout side gets the tag onto Benito. Here's the drop onto Mini as well. Not quite connecting.
Quite find the head on the top main player, and he gets flashed off, and the oh, but Will actually comes in with 2. He walks through the smoke. An excellent play by Will there. Just shuts down this aggression before it's even started. But are they aware that a terrorist got down to the secret area? Will gets a 3rd. He's gonna turn around. Is he gonna find the 4th? No, Mika gets a double outside. But meanwhile, Cladder gets the kill in lobby, and Regun cleans up outside. And that is a 4th for Meraki. Now that round looked very good, but you know, you are dependent on, you know, these players, some of them getting multi-frags, and that's not gonna happen every round. Will, the most valuable player of that round, I would say, getting a triple kill.
Yeah.
Just really giving Meraki that shot to get into the game again. But let's see now. Meraki should have this round. They're on a full rifle buy, and as we can see, 9shapes money is not the best, opting to go for utility and pistols and some armor.
Yeah, we saw previously what they could do with a quote-unquote half buy. It worked quite in favor of 9shapes. Let's see if Meraki has a counter plan this time around.
Surely, Meraki are aware that the enemy does not have a very good buy. Fully playing this safe. Not rushing anything. Hot Molly comes out, but it is bad. It's a fast A play, but Clatter on top of the hut here. Gets one, Dagfors gets two. Gets traded out by Mika, but Regon gets TNR, and that leaves just Mika left in a 1v4, and Bobso shuts him down. A very clean round there, a very nice anti-eco round from Meraki.
That was a beautifully held A site.
Absolutely, but yeah, I see this a lot happening, and it's like when Meraki are on CT's side, a lot of these top hut mollies, they're missing. They're not really mulling the whole top hut. And then what happens is the T's, they run out of hut, not checking it because it's mollied, but the molly is bad. Like we just saw, then Clatter goes undetected and gets some free kills there.
Dagfors spotting out some people in outside.
Ooh. Dagfors nearly misses the shot onto the outside player, but oh my god, but he gets that kill. I guess TNR was not so lucky. Regon
no one digs for him.
Taking down the player on top of the main here. There's still two players outside. Now Regon spots one. Flash comes through. Regon spots the player going down secret. They have that information now. Regon gets the kill on Benito, and Clatter takes down Gauzy in the secret, and now the last T is just walking out of the smoke in the door.
Just get the thing,
yeah,
but that's about
goes
it.
Down, and another, I would say, flawless round from Meraki.
Yeah.
And
but now,
could this be it, Hyper?
I mean...
Is there a way back into this game from Meraki?
Meraki's back is against the wall, but it seems like they have finally woken up. But this rifle round is gonna show us if there's a chance into this game or not.
Yeah. Backs against the wall, and all eyes on Meraki here in this round, as they're gonna have to prove that they can make this comeback, make this game competitive. Dagfors missed a shot on the outside player. Will takes down Grizzies through the door. Now, 3 Ts, they're just trying to get down secret undetected. But Clatter, he's down on the single door at B, and he is prepared for any B plays here, but it looks like the Ts have just opted to freeze here. As Regon and Will hold this crossfire angle, very nice. There is no way for any terrorist to take a 1v1 without dying here.
Meraki are currently playing it perfectly. Hackers. Also, one in ramp.
Yeah. There's actually 2 players here in the ramp area, so if they do decide to try and run down the AWP...
Oh, and that actually makes Will a bit antsy. He peeks into the secret, does get one, but gets traded by Gauzy. And Gauzy keeps lurking around that secret area.
Lurking around, but it looks like he's gonna... It looks like the T's want to go A here. Judging by the body language of Gauzy as he's edging slightly closer to the main area. Will Regon find him? He does. Very good. Nice patience out of Regon, and that leaves a 4v1 in the favor of Meraki, and TNR just standing alone on that A site. Probably wishing he wasn't in that exact position right now. He's edged closer and take him down in the middle of that site. TNR does not get anything. No scraps for him as Meraki survive the round with 4 players alive and get their 7th. And now I think it's looking a bit convincing from Meraki here.
Now we can start talking about a close game.
Because 9shapes' economy is getting constantly reset. Now they're back on pistols unless they opt to force, which TNR does, but no one else.
Seems a bit of a
weird buy.
Bit of a rage buy, or even.
Yeah, maybe some miscommunication here, but TNR does have 17 kills, so it might just as well be a call. Try and get him on the deagle and the armor. See if he can do anything for them here. It seems like we have all 5 T's walking down the secret here, but is Meraki going to figure that out before it's too late? Accelerating now towards the double doors here is 9shapes, taking control of control room. Double doors open. Here they come, swarming out the site. Bobso is gonna have to be careful here. If they get up close and personal, these Tech 9s can be very scary in the hands of 9shapes. Benito takes down Bobso, but Dagfors trades back.
Ooh, Recon actually going down to TNR.
Down Regon, but Will takes down Gozi. Now there's currently a player in single doors and 2 in double, and they just look away, and Dagfors catches an incredible timing there, getting a double kill, and now it's just TNR in the single door, but he gets a kill. And he does not buy the fake. Clatter has a kit though, he's gonna have to force this fight quickly, and he does. Does he have time? He does. Gets the defuse. And I was about to say, maybe that's why they let TNR spend so much money, because they can hit shots like that and turn any round. And thankfully, we have Clatter there shutting down and has the kit, because if Clatter did not have a kit there, TNR would have just won 9shapes the round. But alas, it is not so, and Meraki get their 8th now. And TNR gets dropped an AK, I believe. No. Their loss bonus, actually.
The loss bonus
their
with
loss
the
bonus
plant.
is big, yes. Big loss bonus and plant makes TNR's purchase not punish him in the slightest here, as they have a full buy.
Yeah, for this
Test it again.
past last 4 rounds, they're gonna have full buys pretty much all the time. The last stretch is gonna be the most difficult for Meraki. But it seems like the boys are finally awake.
It's not like the loss bonus is gonna go away because, you know, surprise Meraki, but you just lost 12 rounds. If you lose even a single round, you're out. So the loss bonus is going to stick with 9shapes until the end of the game.
Actors on the up here. On
He
scopes.
just looks away.
Finds Gozi.
Gets one.
Oh, he was so ready for the second.
He was so ready, but Benito takes down Dagfors, which opens up the ramp area here, and now they can even go A if they want to through the heaven. We'll see what they decide to do here. We're gonna have Benito just kind of probing B a little bit here, looking to see how many players Meraki have on the site before they decide. Benito goes down, but it looks like 9shapes have decided to commit here because of the TNR flank, but TNR goes down, and now it's a 3v2 here. And Grizzy takes down Will in the control room, leaving it up to Clatter and Regon for the retake. Door open. Flash comes through. Clatter takes the backside player. The last player remaining is double doors. Smoke comes out on the bomb.
And a nice headshot from Clatter.
Taken down by Clatter. Clean. And that gives Meraki their 9th. And dare I say, Hyper, I'm starting to believe.
Definitely, definitely. Seems like Clatter was the last, but he is also finally awake. Round deciding shots for the last few rounds from Clatter here.
Seems like definitely some players on the Meraki lineup here have certainly come awake here. We were pointing out the kills on the team, and they have probably almost doubled since we talked about it. Bob no longer carrying the solo burden of carrying the team in terms of kill. Now it feels like everyone is contributing. Just what you want to see.
Aggers finds Micah. That's a good start to the round.
Yeah, incredible start from Dagfors there. And just the opening kill is very good to have in your pocket going into the rest of this round.
There is a T lurking in that outside smoke. Doesn't matter. Recon takes him down with a pass rotation into secret there.
Clatter resmoking single door here. He is the solo A defender at the moment. So if 9shapes do decide to come fast, looks like he does have support in the shape of Will on the heaven angle. Some people call it Mustang.
Hmm.
And he's just going to be sitting there. So if they decide to try A here, I think they have a very good setup here. But it seems like we have two players pushing outside at the moment.
Outside
And
has been left
Sound cue
empty.
heard by Cladder. Cladder now knows there's two players outside. This prompts a response from Meraki as they now are certain it's going to be a Cladder from the CT vent takes down Grizzy, but Ghazi trades back. Now we have Will on the backside, but the T's have gone down the vents. Ghazi 1v4 as Dagfors kills his teammate. Dagfors also gets Ghazi.
Makes up for it.
Dagfors, the MVP of this round here. And also, I would say, Dagfors has really done his work here to help Meraki trying to get back into this game. You have to give it to Dagfors here.
Yeah, he's taken
His
the
opening
top fragging
kills.
position of the server with 21 kills currently.
Yeah, his opening kills and closing kills, I should say. They've been very good from Meraki here. It's been a very huge development
It
for
seems
him
like
this game.
9shapes are finally starting to panic a little bit, calling their timeout. I did say they're gonna have buys in these last 4 rounds, but they're not gonna be perfect buys. ENR, Mika being forced down to Khalil's, Benito on a Mac 10.
Yeah, that's the problem though with the force buys, or the loss bonus. Ideally, even if you get the plant and you get the loss bonus and you get some kills, you the only way you're gonna be able to play AK every round if you string a few losses together like that is if you don't buy head armor maybe, or you don't buy utility. And
Yeah.
as we can see, 9shapes they're very dependent on their utility. So now probably why some of these more higher caliber guns are being opted away in favor of utility for 9shapes. But do we have 3 players on T roof? Is that what am I seeing correctly?
Yeah. It seems they're gonna set up for an A pop here.
Yeah, it seems like there's just gonna be an A hit here off spawn. 9shapes lining up their utility. Let's see if they can
I
hit
like
the
the
top hut
rotations.
volley.
Agris came onto A from ramp.
Smokes
That's
the
good
top hut
blinded.
molly, so he's gonna be able to play up, but they're not going yet. Maybe they realize it's not too late to cancel this and try to maybe probe a little bit.
Quite an interesting
Benito
round from
now trying to
9shapes.
check out if there's anything happening at the ramp, but it seems like it's just gonna be a re-execute from 9shapes, and A is the play. We have Will here on the Tetris position, takes down Ghazi, and Bobso takes down Benito. Meanwhile, Will gets a second onto Grizzy's, and it just looks like 9shapes have nowhere to go here, as Meraki just shuts down this double execute A. Now, we have TNR just running ramp with the bomb, but it seems like he has slowed down. Not entirely sure he wants to go, but oh my god. Yeah, Will's ass is out, and Mika takes it. But Dagfors trades it back. I could see that happening. I could see that coming from a mile away.
Oh,
And the timing, but Dagfors gets TNR as well, and that is an 11th for Meraki. And now, only one round deciding if this game goes to overtime or if 9shapes leave the server with a win.
and yeah,
And
to deny this
dare I
overtime.
say,
Mac
the
10,
money
MP7.
on 9shapes, yeah, the money is not looking good for 9shapes. Really not.
Meraki dropping extra flashes into CT spawn. They have everything they could ever want. Even
See,
2 AKs.
9shapes have a desperate plan here to try and just edge themselves over the finish line. Outside smokes coming in, and it's gonna be one player at least very fast into secret, and 3 players following up, walking. It seems like it's just gonna be a B play off the bat here. But do Meraki know that that many players have gotten down secret already is the question. Meraki need to be careful here.
And
Yeah, there's
Meraki
just 4
don't currently have
terrorists down
anyone.
B side now, and there's no one on B to answer. Surely Meraki soon have to know that something is up. Regon takes down TNR. Still not obvious that they're on B site, and yeah, they just have the entire B site now going to be planting the bomb. And yeah, Meraki's still convinced it's not B, but in comes the 5-man retake. 5 versus 4. This could get scary. Let's hope Meraki clears their corner here because there is a terrorist playing very close here. And he runs down. Will runs down with a nade in his hand, not checking the corner. There's a player backside, one in vents. Backside player takes down Dag first, but Clatter responds with the control room player. Benito on the backside takes down, but Meraki, they fall at the finish line. 13-11. It just seemed like Meraki was maybe just a little too slow at figuring out where 9shapes were that round, as they had full control of the B site and planted the bomb, and Meraki were still looking for players in lobby. It just seemed like they were missing some crucial information in that round, and that is extremely unfortunate, devastating for Meraki, obviously.
Yeah, it's
That is
an
that's a tough
unfortunate way
loss.
to end, definitely.
That is an unfortunate way to end the game. Seemed like, yeah, as I said, Meraki playing a perfect CT half up until that last round where they're just missing some crucial information about where the terrorists are at the exact moment, and it punishes them heavily. And 9shapes just take the round in a
Yeah,
desperate attempt.
I mean, there is the case of a little bit of a conditioning there from the nine side as well. There wasn't really any rounds where they just kind of full W'd and selected a site. They did a multiple, even for example the A hit round. They threw mollies and smokes, waited, and then re-threw them and then went. So there was a bit of a conditioning where I guess Meraki just didn't believe anymore that they could just rush to a site. That's it. No extra secret plays, no nothing. And unfortunately, that is the way the game ends, 13-11. Yeah.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Meraki, but I think on the CT side, after they kind of got themselves started, got the engines running. It was a very convincing CT half from them. Unfortunately, the losses on T side made it too hard to come back.
Yeah.
It was just too great of a round deficit there. Surprisingly, almost wasn't too much of a deficit considering how they played on CT side. But if Meraki just got started a little sooner and got a few more rounds on T side, I'm sure that they would win that round 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
But it is the T side punishing them there. It is, yeah, it's my impression that they were lacking a little bit of focus maybe in on the first half of that game, and that punished them at the end.
Yeah, the start was definitely rough, but I mean, still, props to where it matters, or where it should be given. They came back from what was it, 12B?
I think it was like 10-2, and then things started happening from Meraki. Yeah, very, very, very good CT half from Meraki.
And yeah,
Just
definitely, don't let this affect you. It's still a good run in intermediate. There's still 8 wins, 4 losses, double the wins. That's still pretty good. And yeah,
absolutely.
next game is going to be on the 25th of February, which is a Wednesday. Once again,
Yes,
9 p.m.
the
CET plus 2.
game. Yeah, the game got switched to Wednesday, so it's going to be next Wednesday, as Hyper said, at 8 CET in the evening.
And yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the cast, and we'll see you doing the next one.
We certainly will.
Bye bye.